With Season 12 just around the corner, there is no better time to reevaluate the legends that you're taking into the game and carve out who your main legend is gonna be for the new season. This can be a stressful decision for a lot of players, but don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to go about picking your main for Season 12 and beyond. Alright, so when picking your main for a new season, there are a ton of things to consider. Keep in mind again, every legend is gonna be viable if you play them well. But leading into a new season is a great time to reevaluate the legends that you're bringing into your games. While every legend can be strong, every season there are a ton of changes to the game, from legend buffs and nerfs to weapon and map changes, and all of these things can play a vital role in which legends are best suited to succeed. Now, if you're here looking for a breakdown of each legend specifically to help you choose a main, check out our other How to Pick Your Main video where I broke down every legend's playstyle and strengths to help you choose the best pick for you. In this video, we're gonna go one step deeper, walking through the process of breaking down each new season and using all the info available to make an educated decision on which legend you're going to put time into. Now, probably like a lot of you guys, this right here is my favorite time to play Apex for this very reason, because I love looking at the game's changes, predicting what's going to be strong, and then combining that with my personal preference and playstyle to pick a main for the season. There's always a chance you're still maining the same legend from Season 11, but if you don't take the time to do this analysis each season and make sure you're set up for success, you're doing yourself a disservice. So let's break down exactly how to do this analysis. The first step of the process every season should be to make sure you know what changes are occurring to the game. Now, this seems obvious, but making sure you have all the info needed on what changes are coming to the new season is at the core of setting yourself up for success. Legend strengths and weaknesses exist each season based on a ton of things. From the new legend being added every season to the changes to the legends, weapons, and map rotation, all of this has a huge impact on how each of these picks is going to play. Now, while we can't get this perfect every time, predicting every little meta shift, you can usually get pretty close by putting together all the pieces of a new patch. Using resources like leak videos can be a great way of getting an early picture of what a new season is gonna look like. While we don't have all the patch notes yet, there are plenty of confirmed changes that can guide your decision. And speaking of decisions, one that you should consider making at the start of Season 12 is setting up a coaching session on ProGuides.com. There, you can find Apex Predator coaches who can break down your gameplay and help you get to the next level. If you're ready to step up your game and start carrying your friends, check out the top link in the description below. Alright, so the addition of Mad Maggie and balancing of legends like Caustic and Crypto are a few big examples of legend changes. Mad Maggie is likely to be a popular pick, and her playstyle is really aggressive. Now, I don't always recommend choosing the new legend as your main, as they tend to be subject to a lot of balancing at the start of the season, and you won't have time to practice on them. However, knowing what the strengths of the new legend are can have you coming into each game with a legend that is ready to deal with all of the Mad Maggie spammers. And the changes to legends can often be some of the biggest adjustments. For example, one change you should know is Caustic is getting a big nerf, with his traps being able to be destroyed by shooting at their base even if they're activated. This could lead to other picks who are already strong, like Watson, being a better option. While Caustic will still be powerful, changes like this open up possibilities for other legends and make them stronger without actually receiving a buff themselves. The same concept applies to Crypto, who appears to be getting some big quality of life buffs for his drone. He'll now be able to send his drone out a short distance rather than having to always deploy it himself. It'll also be able to stick to walls, making it easier for him to position his drone for scans and EMPs. While we have to see him in action obviously, Crypto could be a really powerful legend after being overshadowed by the likes of Bloodhound for so long. These changes will make Crypto himself a much more viable option, and because of this, he's likely to be a great option in place of picks like Seer or even Bloodhound if you're looking for more offensive engagement with his EMP. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Take the time to look at who you've succeeded with in the past and use the info of the new season to make an educated guess if you will continue to succeed. If you had success last season with a certain legend, odds are you'll continue doing just fine this season. But if you struggled last season, or you want to make sure you're coming in as the best version of yourself, make sure you're looking closely at the changes and deciphering if they'll impact the legend you're looking to play. The other major factor in picking your main legend is the map rotation in each season. Now, if you're going to be playing a lot of normals, then you'll have a rotation of Storm Point, Olympus, and Kings Canyon. The variety will really let you play almost anything you want without too much trouble. And if you struggle on one of the maps with your pick, it'll rotate soon anyway. But if you're going to be playing ranked, picking a legend that doesn't have any glaring weaknesses on Olympus is the way to go. Now, you don't necessarily have to pick legends that are strong on Olympus, but avoiding legends who struggle here isn't a bad idea. While there have been some changes to Olympus, most of the changes are the POIs being shifted around the map, without the locations themselves being changed too much. This should mean that previous iterations of the map are pretty good indicators for how well legends might perform this season. An example of this is Octane, who dominated the last time we had Olympus in ranked. However, with his recent nerfs to his pad making it way louder and a lot shorter, there's a chance that a pick like Ashe rises up to take his place. Another example is another Portal legend, Wraith, who has always struggled a little bit on this map, with there being very little cover for her to hide her portal, and many of the open spaces being too wide for her to successfully cross them with her portal. Ashe could very well take her spot as well, making Ashe an even stronger pick than she was in Season 11. One of my best advice for you guys is to step back and think about your time playing Olympus. What legends were strong? What legends did you find success with? Then take that info and add it to all the recent buffs and nerfs to legends. This is how you decide what legends are going to be in a really good spot. And this can help you pick that main if you're unsure of who you want to play, but want to make sure you're giving yourself an edge. Now, I want to remind you guys, when you're doing this breakdown going into a new season, the number one focus should be on your comfort and enjoyment. You don't have to become a meta slave picking up whatever legend seems to be overpowered. Throughout every season, there are balance changes that'll shake things up, so your focus should be on finding what legend you're comfortable with, is fun to you, but also is likely to have success based on the breakdown we've done so far. Having fun and being interested in the legend you're playing is gonna make you have so much more fun and be more willing to grind. Now, the concepts we discussed in our last How to Pick Your Main video should be combined with this seasonal meta discussion and lead you to picking a legend that satisfies you as a player and feels strong to play in Season 12. One thing I want to say is if you have hundreds or thousands of games on a certain legend and you want to keep playing them, then do it. You want a legend that you understand inside and out are likely gonna perform better than you would on a meta pick that you don't have much playtime on. If you decide to go for a new legend pick that you haven't played, I suggest spending this bit of time we have leading up to the new season, spamming them and really becoming acclimated with their kit. And if you aren't feeling super comfortable with them when the new season rolls around, make sure you're running a lot of normal games to get the kinks out. All too often, players will switch up their pick based on what seems strong, without understanding why something is strong or how to properly play it. Now, while this may be the best time to try out a new legend, it's only gonna be this way if you're willing to put in the time and effort required to actually make them a part of your legend pool. Coming into Season 12, do yourself a favor and take the time to walk through an analysis of your potential legends and set yourself up for success. Combine your own personal experience and playstyle with the changes to the legends and the rest of the game to come to a firm decision on what legend is the right main for you. As always, guys, it's been your boy Valued. Let me know in the comments below which legend you're bringing into Season 12 and stay tuned for more of the best Apex content on the platform. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.